took lessons from a long time from a drummer, if I could remember his name. But it's more than it's a language. And what Arne is talking about, a human difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's if you get up with certain women in the morning, they fix. It's like you're in a different country. If you're in Germany, they have cornflakes and liverwurst and all that kind of shit laid out for breakfast. If you're in England, they got eggs, bacon, sausages, and biscuits laid out for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in France, if you have anything before 12 o'clock, it might be a piece of bread and a cup of coffee, a real strong coffee, and maybe a piece of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you're in Holland, you're going to have a variety of cheese and a little honey with your coffee and bread. What I'm pointing to is it's different. It's just total differences. And the differences are so varied that a person like, what's his name that wrote that, one of the funniest things on jazz, it could be with the money of General Motors, Ken Burns. Now he had to go back and include on that. You know that, right?
No.
That wasn't part of it first. See, I had this woman named Janelle, what's her name? Oh, lives over in Dallas. One of Elena's very good friends. Janelle works at the newspaper there. She came coming through that room right there one day. This was back around when they were making that shit. She said, "Oh, it's only been 5 jazz musicians." And I thought it registered, you know, but I didn't say anything about it. And then she proceeded to rattle off who they were. And it was later, because I was probably so stoned when they got here and got their way. It was later, wait a minute, where have I heard that idiot ass shit before? Stanley Crouch. That's Stanley Crouch bullshit. Just because he couldn't play drums. And you talking about black and ugly? If ugliness had something to do with playing drums, he should have been the best motherfucking drummer that ever lived. No, his ass couldn't play a lick. And I'm telling his ass.
I have records with him on it, David Murray.
It don't make no difference. You got records motherfuckers on it. If they ain't playing shit, they ain't playing shit.
Okay. Well, that's why I went into that stuff about field work and that, you know, that part about the 2 planets.
Right.
And then there was another metaphor about seeing outside at night when you're driving. And I'm inside, and if all the cultural preconceptions that I have as a product of academic environment
Mm-hmm.
are all very strong
Mm-hmm.
in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
it's like having the light on,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't see outside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if I dim that,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm willing to pull that back
Mm-hmm.
and really take the time to hear what you're saying and put that on the page, I think I'll be doing something.
Do you think you could have done this prior to going to Brazil?
No, that's another point I made in the paper.
Okay.
Because I had to make an effort to learn another language.
Right.
And be around people who viewed things very differently from me.
I think the metaphor of the 2 planets
Yeah.
is very good because it's very easy to people to imagine, to see in their mind. Sometimes words don't get through because the words people are used to hearing. Say, if you heard one set of words in the hood and you heard it over in academia, they don't even mean the same damn thing, you know? So I think from reading what you put on the email paper here,
Mm-hmm.
now I think, you know, and to be very honest with you, I was kind of losing hope there. Because I said, well, where we're going?
Well, you need to see some results.
That's true too.
And I think,
But seeing very good results make a big difference.
wait till you see more of your words on the page and start getting reaction from people who are reading your words. I think the reaction will be even stronger.
Well, let's hope so.
And school will be out in a couple of short weeks. I'll be teaching in the summer, but not nearly as much.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get these interviews. I want to see stacks of pages
Good.
and start
Okay.
arranging that and putting in
Right.
some kind of order and start moving towards finishing this, because that's when we'll see what parts are lacking. We'll do those, and then we'll be even closer to being finished.
You know what else fucked me up? I read Bob Evans' book when I went to New York.
You read what?
Bob Evans, Robert Evans' book. He produced Godfather and.
All right, a kid stays in the picture. You told me that.
Right. And I never could find it. Go back to it, but he makes it. It's one point in the way he talks about how this graduate of Columbia or Yale come to him to write a book, and he agrees to it, and they converse for a month or so, and finally they get together. And when he meets the fella, he realizes this fella ain't nowhere in the world. This fella from academia can write a book about him and the shit he's been doing, right? So and I thought about it, I said, well, Murphy says he's going to write a book, but it's been almost 4 years now.
4 years? I don't think it's been 4 years.
It ain't been
2005.
Seems like I've known you longer than that. I mean, it seems like...
we met in 2002. That was the concert. But I've been coming down
That concert was 2002?
Yeah, April 4th, 2002.
I thought that was longer ago than that.
But you're right. It's taken too long because I'm not a full-time freelance writer.
Right.
I got to fit it in.
And like I told Weston, I said, every time people get hooked up with me to do something, and this has happened over and over and over, they either get a better job or they have to move away to a better job or something.
I'm not going anywhere, and I'm going to finish this thing.
But they have already made you head of department since we started. You weren't head of the jazz history department when we started this.
I'm not head of the jazz history department now.
What are you head of?
I'm head of music history, music theory, ethnomusicology. Separate from jazz.
Oh.
But that's temporary.
Oh, okay. No, it seems heavier than what I thought.
It is heavy in terms of the time I have to spend during the business day, but in the summer, a lot of those duties, like committee meetings and stuff, that doesn't happen as much during the summer at all. So I will have time to put these interviews into text, to fill in the gaps, to start selecting photos, to make it seem like a book.
I think the video, I gave it a time to be edited yesterday.
Wait, edited from the DVD?
Right.
But I have the digital video tapes. It'd be
much easier to do. But Lainey is under the impression that because you told her it has to be out before school will be out no more, and she's been on my case about getting it done so that you can get something in the mail to try to get more income.
That's true.
And school will be out in a week or two.
Well,
and she wanted to get some names, of people that she can send it directly to who might respond, than just trying to do a blanket.
It's like a dozen edits. So, will people watch that many chapters on a DVD? Maybe we
No.
Have the
We're
same
talking about
effect?
3 minutes.
Huh?
About 3 minutes, just taking about 3 minute excerpt of that video.
But if you add up all those timings, that's more than 3 minutes.
Oh no.
Remember that list you sent me in the email?
Oh, that was nothing compared to the list that's around here. That was, that's what. Oh, I'm sorry, shit.
Go ahead.
There's a whole pile of papers. The real edit, that was nothing that you have.
If you're talking about 3 minutes, I could make that and make it into a YouTube video.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
And you could just have a letter going out,
right,
and point them to the YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well,
we wouldn't even have to send them a DVD.
Well, can you?
That I can make 3 minutes worth.
Can you remember that statement and email her that idea and tell her? Because I can try to remember, but they ain't gonna come out like you said.
But I need to know which 3 minutes. Is that in the email you sent me with the timings?
Yeah, right.
All right.
Right.
That I can do.
It's a whole. What she did is a whole pile about 6, 7, 8 pages. Probably over there where you are somewhere. Yeah, it is. Right there. Right. Go down and find that. Yeah, that's how many pages of that?
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
She made a log of it,
Right,
all
that's
the topics.
Right. And some of it is something else, but most of it is the stuff.
You gave me just a short selection
Right,
of this.
right, and that's what she narrowed it down to. I didn't do that.
Well, I can do, if you're talking about just a short selection, I can do that.
Well, that's what she did out of this.
Okay.
She took I was just showing you, so this is where it came from, but that's what she did. She sort of went through all and
All right.
went back and forth through the tape, so you can see why she's, you know.
From now until Sunday, I'm busy with the festival. But next week, I can make that short video and make a YouTube clip out of it.
Okay. And we just have to probably go for next year. That's something. I mean, but the fall program is the thing we're shooting for.
All through the summer will still be good for that too.
Well, that's good to hear.
I have people contacting me already about stuff for next year.
That's what I'm talking about, though. That's exactly what I'm talking about. People already started, you know.
That can continue into the beginning of the summer.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
You still on?
I'm still on, yeah.
Okay. The main thing is you and I, are going to have to make these very definitive examples as clear as you're using the two planets to show the difference between the language, the cultural, and the reality from the different perceptions. It's like the chief of police of Houston was on, like the Jay Leno show, one of those, the one comes on around 11, on Channel 11. His name had a bald-headed dude playing
David Letterman.
Dave Letterman show. And he looked the camera right in the face, and he said, it's not a black man in America that don't know what the police is about. And as a black person, we all know this. But we also know that as a white person, especially as a white male, you have no idea. I mean, he's talking about, we know that we're going to be searched. You're going to be but we're going to, it's the possibility of us being searched or put in jail for something that you would never go to jail for.
Mm-hmm.
He knows we know that. You know, it's like I've been searched right in front of my house 3 times. With the handcuffs on one time, sitting down on the curb, right? Mm-hmm. Until they made a call downtown and somebody told him, let his ass go. No, I said I wasn't going to use that word myself. Somebody told his ass, he come over with her and got them goddamn cuffs off my ass. Mm-hmm. But that just tells me it's something on the book down there. But the point is, it's different worlds. And we got to figure out how to get it explained. Just the way people started understanding what Spike Lee meant about his, what was that movie about? The one about Brooklyn where they had the riots and shit.
Do the Right Thing?
Do the Right Thing, right. You got to make this connection so people can actually see to the point where they actually feel it. To the point, and by feeling it, they know it. And those who when they see it, feel it, can also hear it, will be able to step forward and say, yeah. Because it's another thing I have on the computer. It's an interview they did with Vernon Reid and Melvin Gibbs at that thing. Shut it off for just a second.